Okay, so in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how we can submit data into our MongoDB database and how we can get that data back. So in the previous tutorial, I showed you how to connect to the MongoDB database. Now I'm going to show you that if a post request, for example, is sent, I'm actually going to duplicate this and do a GET request as well. But for now, I'm going to be sticking to the post. So if a post request is sent, how do we submit the data that we get to the database? So first, I want to show you how we get the data if a post request is sent. That is very simple. If you don't know what this is, I'm using a plugin called Thunder Client. And what this is doing is I can make API requests using this. So in the body JSON, okay, first I'm gonna put in title, and I'm gonna say post title 2 because I already submitted one. And here what you need to do, because this is a post request, as you can see, this is a post request. So in another tutorial I told you that request and response is used to send and get data. So I'm going to use request dot body, okay, and I'm gonna put it in a constant. Okay, and I'm gonna console log this first to show you what we get when we submit this. One more thing you need to add here is app.use, and before we get any kind of data from the front end, what you do is express.json, and why you do this is so that the request is turned into a JSON request. And now if I submit this, as you can see, we are getting the body. And now I'm gonna create a schema, because you need a schema, a model, and then you can submit data to the database. So first we are going to create a schema. It is very simple. You do a constant and you can name it according to whatever the constant is going to be doing. For example, this is going to be submitting data for a post, so I'm going to say post schema, okay, and is equal to mongoose dot schema, okay, and it takes in an object, and you need to make this new, okay, and inside this I'm just going to submit one thing. And the way you do this is you can do this in two ways. One is if you are submitting simple data, then you just need to type in string. But if you, let's say you are submitting a form, right, and the title needs to be required, so string is not gonna be enough. You need to tell that this is required, so you're gonna say required and then do true, and the type, which is an object, a boolean, a integer, or a string. So I'm gonna say string, okay, and it needs to be capital, so it's gonna be a string. It can also be an object. So I'm saying that I'm gonna be submitting a title. So in this object, you put in the title, you put in the type, and you put in if this is required or not. You can also just submit this like this, but I'm gonna say required because I want the title to be in here. And after this, what you do is say that what type of model this is. This is gonna be a post, so post model is gonna be equal to mongoose dot model, and then you say which collection this is going to be going into. And if you go into your MongoDB Compass, and I've already made a tutorial on this, so the database name is demo and the collection name is post. So here I'm gonna add the name of the database so that it submits the data into the database. I'm going to put in the name of the collection, which is going to be post, and you need to put in which schema it's going to take in. It's going to be taking in the post schema, which is this, and so this is going to be taking the post schema. And after this, now you can use this model that you have created. I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to say dot create, and there is also another one called save, but it's kind of longer and it's dependent on the situation, but most of the time you will be using create to put in data into your database, and you just put in whatever you have in here, and if it is required you need to put it in here, because if you do not submit any data, this will give you an error if it is required. If it is not required, then you can submit this, like let's say description. Okay, I'm gonna say just type of string. Just gonna make this simple, and here what I'm gonna do is put in the title, and I'm gonna put in the body dot title, and I'm gonna save this, and you'll see that I've put this in a post, and I'll be changing this later. For now, I'm gonna submit this data. I actually should have done dot then, because this is a promise, and I'm gonna be just doing a response dot send, and it's gonna be data submitted. Okay, I'm gonna save this. So if this worked, then it's gonna be saying the data has been submitted. So yeah, data submitted, and you'll see 2 because I submitted this 2 times. Oh, I forgot to mention that if I do this right now, there will be a problem, and that problem is that refresh this, you'll see that it did send the data to the database, but it created with S, right? It has an S even though we did not put an S here. The reason is by default they end up pluralizing this, which is that they end up adding an S to the end, whatever you name this. But there is something you can do to change this, and that is a setting. You can change that and just put in false into this. Okay, and then save this, and I'll show you right now that because we submitted data 2 times, that yeah, here is the data. Automatically the ID has been created for us. So if the database starts, okay, and I'm gonna make this now, let's say 4 for example. Okay, and I'm submitting this. It says the data has been submitted, and I'm gonna go into post. As you can see with the 4, it has been submitted, and now I'm going to show you how to get this, but before that I'm going to actually cut this out, and I'm gonna put it right here. The reason is that this is a model and this is a schema, so that needs to be at the top, and then in your requests you can just put in what you want the model to do, which is I wanted to create something when it was a post request, and now I just want to send the data back to the front end, and this needs to be synchronous because this is a promise and you need to wait for the response to complete. So here what you can do is dot find by ID. Okay, and what you do here is put in the ID of what you're looking for, which would be that if you were looking for something and you want to get that, you just put in this dot then, and now I'm gonna be, after it's found this with the ID, I'm gonna be doing a data, and then with the response dot JSON, I'm just gonna be sending the data. Okay, that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to change this to a GET request, and let's see what happens. As you can see, it found this post and it's getting the title. And now let's say we wanted to get all of the data inside of the database collection. Okay, so you do find, that's it. What this does is it gets all of the data, and then I'm just sending that back to the front end. And as you can see, it's sending an array, because before it was one object, so it just sent the object, but right now there are multiple objects, so it's sending an array, and we're getting that here. And this is from a previous tutorial that I did. Okay, so here we are sending data and we're getting the data back. So I hope you like this tutorial. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.